Welcome back. LT Volk here with the second episode of Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. In the previous episode, we just got out of the crashed Nautiloid and recruited Shadowheart, Astarion, Gale, and Lae'zel. Also off screen, I reorganized my toolbar to make it a little bit easier to use for myself and tagged the items that I'm gonna sell to the vendors as wares. Makes it a little bit quicker.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Next up, we're gonna head to the Grove and recruit Wyll. But first, we're gonna long rest. Shadowheart burned all her spell slots during the previous fight, so we need to restore them.
No one back home will.
So let's go to camp, talk to all of the companions, and then long rest. Alright, Lae'zel.
Chatter already, Tusky.
You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Really? Thanks for noticing.
It was an observation, not a compliment. No matter. I do not intend to stay long in this place.
Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
That sounds awful. How are you so calm?
Because I do not intend to let this happen. Not to me, and if you stick with me, not to you. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried we haven't changed? This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Alright. Go ahead. Go to your spot there, Lae'zel. We're gonna talk to Gale now.
Very well.
A Githyanki joining our company. Not a collaboration I'd have anticipated, but a welcome one nonetheless.
Tell me a bit more about yourself.
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, City of Splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There.
Don't stop there. You must have many stories to tell about your adventures as an archmage.
Didn't that paint enough of a picture?
Alright, let's change the subject. Alright, Gale, keep your secrets. Who else? Astarion. Let's talk to Astarion and then dismiss him.
I am enjoying the latest addition to our little group. Lae'zel is delightful. In a very look at me twice and I'll dismember you kind of way, of course.
I think it's better if you stay here and camp for a while.
Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
Please, just stay here.
I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
So the first time we dismiss a companion, I'm gonna
Speak.
let them play out, but if I'm just recruiting them,
It is done.
you know, I'll just fast forward through that. Alright. Lae'zel gonna level up to get her action surge. Very good. You know, fighters are really straightforward. Actually, let's send that to my character because she's not gonna be really using any of those
Let's
items.
get going. If not
All right.
over, then through.
And finally, Shadowheart. Shadowheart. Got something interesting to say, right?
Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes. Let's just hope she reserves those impulses for any common foes.
What's the story with that odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly?
You must have thoughts about our little stowaways.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith crash will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways.
Not a slight on your company, of course.
Where would you go?
Home. Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
So we'll turn to other matters. We should get to know each other a little more.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
If you're not comfortable, I won't press you.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Alright, so there we go. Let's go to the evening portion of the camp, and the companions will have some new things to say.
You strike me as the reliable sort. But are you sure this is a good idea?
Sure, what is a good idea?
There are lit fuses in our heads. Sooner or later, they're going to blow. Each hour that passes, the thing inside us grows. We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light.
Agreed. Our top priority as far as I'm concerned.
Maybe we'll get lucky. We're overdue some good fortune. Rest well. We'll need our strength.
Alright. Gale's hanging out here by the campfire.
Go to hell.
And good evening to you too.
Ha! You're a good sport. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. It isn't trivial.
What's on your mind, Gale?
Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract.
I'm not too worried. We'll find someone who can help us.
That's the spirit. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
Alright,
Do you
sorry.
mind? I'm brooding.
Oh, sorry. Wyll.
A monster forms inside us, yet you waste time with idle chatter.
Yes, I am. Alright. I think that's talk to everybody, so let's go to sleep. The grinding wheel sound still going on there. Pretty funny. Alright, let's leave the camp, and before we go to the grove, we're gonna do a quick buff here. The Long Strider, the spell that increases your movement speed, or how far you can get in one turn. And it's a ritual spell, so casting it out of combat doesn't consume any spell slots, which is very useful. And I'm also gonna cast Speak with Animals on my character. Alright. I think we're about ready. One thing I'm gonna do is give this diluted oil of sharpness to Wyll, so she can apply it on her sword and has a higher chance to hit. There we go.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Moving ahead.
And now Shadowheart's gonna
shouting up
cast
We
Bless,
should check it out, but be careful.
so that the martial characters have a higher chance to hit.
Never a dull moment. Moving in.
Let's go.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
By the nine hells! Open the gate! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
Alright, so let's see at the initiative here. Bugbear, Zarking. Alright, so I think I got a pretty good plan of attack. So one thing I forgot to mention is I grabbed these grease bottle from Astarion before, when I was reorganizing all of my toolbars. So I'm gonna throw it right in the middle of these guys and hopefully they fall down. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and fall. Alright. The boss man here is prone, which is very nice. He'll need to take spend like half his movements to get up. And now we're gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Wyll. Alright. One of the mercs there tried to make something happen, but it didn't. And now...
Let's light them up.
Wyll. Who's next? No, we're just gonna try and damage some enemies. Gonna go for this Booyag.
Torment!
Alright. Magic Missile is a great spell because it's hits automatically. And later on you can find equipment that synergizes really well with it. Alright. Bard! Was able to do a couple attacks. The bugbear jumps out of the grease spot.
Raiders! Charge the bastards! For the absolute!
Alright. So the mercs are actually doing pretty well. Except for Ramira there. She got kind of messed up there. So now it's Shadowheart's turn, and hopefully she can kill the Booyah here with her guiding bolt. She does, very nice. Alright, and Shadowheart also is gonna throw a healing ward on Ramira. Not the greatest roll on the heal, but I'll take it. Goblin trackers there took a couple shots. And Zevlor rallies everybody.
By sickle and sword.
Wyll did pretty good damage, and now Lae'zel. Who is next? The Goblin Brawler. Then the Warg. And then the Bugbears. Alright, I guess Lae'zel's just gonna come up here and clean up some of these trackers. Alright. Lacerate. Go! Good job. Now she's gonna use her Action Surge to try and take out the second Goblin Tracker. Alright. And continue down towards the rest of them. Okay. So now, let's see, we've got the Goblin Tracker and the Warg who are at the lowest HP. You know, I think I'm gonna try and see if one of my spells hit. Here we go. I'm gonna cast the Dissonant Whisper on the Warg, so it gets frightened. Alright. Looks good so far.
Can't slow down.
And then come up to the other side of this grease spill and hopefully pull these characters towards me, the enemies. Yeah, looks good. Alright. Gale. And that bugbear. But what we're doing, trying to kill the tracker and the bugbear, I guess. Alright, so Gale is gonna fire off his magic missiles, but split them, so one goes to kill this goblin tracker. And two will go for the warg. Should be fine. Alright, killed both. Very nice. Barth just shoved the guy into
I'll bleed every last one of you!
into the grease spill puddle. Whatever. That's right. Now, I'll take it. he's throwing stones, he's not hitting people with his sword, so that's acceptable. So now Shadowheart's got just her cantrips left. Let's see if she can hit this bugbear with one of her cantrips. I'm gonna use the firebolt, even though it's not optimal on a cleric, but it's a higher percent chance to hit. Alright, Zavlor's doing some damage there. Wyll for the win with the potion heal. Okay, let's see. Shadowheart. Not Shadowheart. Lae'zel. What do we want you to do? So, Rhaenyra should be fine. Let's see if Lae'zel can jump and make her way to that bugbear. She can. Very nice. There we go. So now hopefully the bugbear is not gonna attack Rhaenyra again, but who knows. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna give healing ward to Rhaenyra. There you go. And then we're gonna cast Dissonant Whisper on the bugbear. Yeah. No. You know what? We're gonna cast Sleep. That way, he's out of the fight. Zakrug cannot make his way to it to shove him, so he'll have to waste like an action to throw stone instead. That looks good. So Sleep is a great spell because it auto hits as long as the combined HP of the enemies is lower than what is it, 24? Yeah. Okie dokie. So let's just stay here and see how this plays out. Gale. Some more magic missile. It's always good. Does 11 damage altogether, which is not bad for a level 2 wizard here. And let's end the turn for him. Alright, Shadowheart. Can you do something here? Now I said before that as a rule of thumb you want to kill one enemy at a time, but here, just looking at the initiative, we still got Lae'zel who's gonna get a turn, my character's gonna get a turn, Gale, and a couple of the mercs, so I think we're gonna split up the damage and try to hit this bugbear because it's a much higher chance to hit. And of course she misses it. Alright. That's cool. That's cool too. Wyll blasting. Was Eldritch Blast. Lae'zel, can you kill this guy? Let's try it. Yes, she can. Nice crit. Alright, and use the Pommel Strike as a bonus action here. Very cool. My character is just gonna just shoot him with my crossbow. There we go.
That was the last of them.
Good deal.
Inside, all of you, more may follow. Open the gate! Where is the bastard?
So Lae'zel gets an inspiration point if none of the mercs die in this fight.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
None of them did, so it's definitely did pretty well here. But we're gonna loot all the goblins here. Just because early on you're kind of limited
Swift
to
as my feet can carry me.
how much money you can get, and every little bit helps. I don't grab like trash items that are like 1 gold point, or gold piece rather, but stuff like weapons and are pretty useful. Okay, and the Krug should have a shield for me. And a pair of gloves. Forgot about those. Alright. So now my AC is at 16, which is better than 14 for sure. And we're gonna take all of the weapons here. So let's go into the grove and talk to some people. Talk with a man about a horse. I think that's how the saying goes. I don't know.
Cannon?
Alright, Arca.
He's not breathing! Go and find a healer!
Do not embarrass yourself. He is gone.
No!
I'm sorry. It happened so fast.
Someone's going to pay for this.
Arca, no! Wait! What are you doing?
And now we're gonna be a little bit dickish to get some approval from Lae'zel, because she feels that she is better than everybody, and if you let other people know that, she approves. Or if you get conversations where you're like, oh, you're just a weakling.
Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunt in packs.
You scared of a few goblins? Pathetic.
A few goblins. Felt like a lot more to me. So yes, I'm scared. And I'm not ashamed of that.
So there you go. Got that. Now it sounds like there is some argument going on here, and we're gonna try and resolve it peacefully.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the Druid too? Unbelievable!
So I'm gonna use my Bard's Persuasion. What's unbelievable is how we beat the goblins. You're both heroes. Shadowheart adds her guidance. And we pass. Good deal.
And who the hell are you again?
Show some respect. This man saved your pathetic life.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
So we're gonna try once again to resolve it. More violence won't bring back those you lost. Stop and think. Alright, failed that roll, but we got a couple inspiration points, and I think I'm gonna re-roll once maybe. We'll see. Alright, good deal.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless.
The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm more worried about this parasite than a few goblins. We need a healer.
Alright, Stablor, let's talk to you.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
I'm Volk.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The Druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Why are they forcing you out?
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The Druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
This ritual, is there no way to convince the Druids to stop it?
I've tried. Korga, their new first Druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I'm sorry, I've got my own problems.
We've our problems, granted, but there might be some merit in shutting down a local conflict, no?
I understand. I can only thank you for the help you've already given. If you'll excuse me, I'd best get my people moving.
You know what, Zevlor? You're right. You're a class act. Alright. So, we've got some more people arguing here and a vendor. So let's see what you got for me, Aaron.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Are you really locking down the grove?
I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day.
What about the people here?
We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels.
You said, or rather, got tongue-tied there. You just said the region's overrun by monsters. They won't survive by themselves.
As I said, it's a drastic measure. But the survival of the grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone.
Alright, fair enough. I'm looking for a healer.
I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers. But I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The grove will be locked down soon.
What are you selling?
Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Alright, let's take a look. So, this add wares pretty much adds all the items that you tagged as wares to your trade window. Pretty useful. So, I'm gonna sell pretty much all of the weapons that I found here, with the exception of the javelins, because I'm gonna use them on Karlach when and if I eventually get her. Alright, let's see what we get here. Elixir of Heroism. Yeah, that's a pretty good elixir. I think I need a shovel to dig out some treasures. What else? Rain of Flame I'll get later. Scroll of Cloud Daggers. Yeah, that's a really good spell. And couple lockpicks. Actually, one lockpick and one of these trap disarm toolkits. Yep, and I'll take the rest in gold. Thank you, Aaron. You Lightfoot halfling you.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
Alright. These people.
Waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least
Let's talk to them.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
So we're gonna use our persuasion and try to convince them that they should stay. You should all stay. A single blade could make a difference. And actually a pretty low difficulty class, or lower than we saw. Need to roll 4 or higher to succeed. Alright, success.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this.
Zerg. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throats slit by Goblin Blade.
Thank you, Roland.
Alright. Lae'zel. You
How
know.
long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
No. We'll replace Lae'zel here in a second. But first, I'm gonna talk to Wyll. Wyll was a
Go
why?
on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Hey there. Can I have a word?
Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires.
You were on the ship.
Yes, and we both carry parasites.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Wyll chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
A devil's advocate. Do you think she'll bring the blood war to Faerun?
That ship sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'm looking to cure this infection. I suggest we partner up.
Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. You'll need to make room if you want to partner up, though. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer.
Go to my camp and wait for me.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
Alright, so what else can we do here? I think actually we're gonna head back to the beach where we were and try to clear the crypt here, because now we've got some thieves tools and trap disarming tools, and it's a pretty easy location for our level, so hopefully we can get enough XP to get to level 3 or close to it.
No time to dally.
These things are still
Yeah,
interesting.
and we're all out of spell slots, but we should be alright for the first couple fights there. Alright, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But, one thing before we do that, we're gonna get some free grub from this lady here, because it's pretty nice early game healing item, does 3d4 healing.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
I'll take it.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Okie dokie. And now I'm just gonna do it with every other character, but I'm gonna skip through the dialogue.
You, fancy best to fill your belly now.
There you go. Some gruel for Shadowheart, some for Gale.
You, fancy best to fill your belly now.
Off his thunder wave.
And Lae'zel actually's got some additional options.
You, fancy it best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
So Lae'zel's gonna say, "This is a delicacy of your land? I'll try anything once."
That's a good attitude. Here, have more. We'll need every bit of strength to make it to Baldur's Gate. Trust me.
Alright, and now gonna just put those into our toolbar so we can utilize it for healing if we need it.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Alright. Yes you do, Gale. Yes you do. And then my character...
well, in it.
Come on, where is it? There it is. Supplies. Revivify. Yeah. Don't really use them.
Die if I met the relic and reeking of this place.
Probably will though. Alright, and we're gonna warp out back to this roadside cliffs and go confront the bandits that are looting the temple. But first, a short rest.
Oh, a little respite.
Have Lae'zel recover all of her weapon actions and her action surge, so
what to do?
She's gonna be doing a lot of heavy lifting in this fight. Well, not this fight specifically. Here we're gonna try and talk our way out of it. But the following fight.
That's curious.
Good thing I got the shovel. And yeah, it's alright, I'll take it. Could be worse.
You'll die a bloody pauper unless you take a few.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
I'm gonna use our persuasion. That ship is full of monsters. I wouldn't go near it. And Shadowheart, as always, guidance. Alright, success. Good.
Well, in that case, come on, you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese! Now move it!
Alright, we're able to resolve it peacefully. And now, here's a little trick for the upcoming fight. If you shoot this item down with a ranged weapon, all of the characters are going to be grouped up, investigating the noise. So, we'll be able to take out a couple of them, injure a couple others. Cucumber, could be worse. I'll take this, I'll take that. Yeah. And I'm not gonna take the rope. I don't need it. Let's see if we can talk our way into this door here.
How do you give a book? Everything all right out there?
So, we're gonna use what? I'm gonna use the performance and impersonate him.
Yeah, it's me. Let me in.
You sound a bit shaken, boss. Hang on while I find the key.
Alright. Now, we surprised him. Got our surprise round. Lae'zel should be able to just completely demolish him. Maybe. We'll see. Then do a pommel strike. And an action surge for good measure. Nope. That's about that from her. So now my character is just gonna fire my bow at him. See how it goes. Not bad, not bad.
These boots have seen everything.
Move out of the way. Gale. Spec up a little bit and try to cast your cantrip. There we go.
Alright. What now?
Okay, got leather armor and some other items. So if you've got Astarion in your party and you are able to talk through, you know, the Gimmelbug, the first group we encountered in the ruins, and into here, you get an inspiration point. But I think I'm doing pretty well. We got what? One. Should get two more in this crypt.
No more prayers. Only dust and silence.
Alright, let's see what we got in
Who are
here.
those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Let's take some gear and take some
I'll take that.
supplies. Take the supply bag first. Cheese. And some more cheese. Yeah. Alright, that's good. So now here we're gonna position all of our characters before we start. We'll open the door and start the fight, and also put everybody in stealth. So you're gonna be right here, Lae'zel. How about right here, so you can use an attack of opportunity on anybody who's down enough to get through.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Shadowheart. No spell slots. Alright, so after this fight, we're gonna do a long rest in these cozy ruins. So now I'm gonna open it.
Seems simple enough.
Hey, come on.
Tolerable.
Gale, get out of the way.
Let's not get caught off guard.
This place is falling apart.
No such thing as coincidences when there's loot to be had.
Such an undignified position to find oneself in.
I hear you, Gale. Alright, so...
Should never hurt.
What I'm gonna try to do now, and see if it works, is cast that minor illusion cantrip. Right here, and hopefully group all of these enemies here. And then get out of the way. Alright. So now Gale's gonna go ahead and fire off his firebolt to trigger a giant explosion.
Nemesis.
Nice. So kill 2. Alright, Gale, you're in trouble. But now the rest of my characters can enter the fight and hopefully do something here. Alright, this is Torga. Who is next? Joffrey? Sefrey? I don't know. So we're gonna jump over Gale and take a shot at Sefrey and hopefully kill him. Yep, did well. So got the barbarian. Now Lae'zel's gonna do the same, jump over Gale. And hopefully... Come on, Lae'zel. There we go. Was bugging out there for a second. Just gonna lacerate him. Or hamstring shot? No, lacerate is better. Let's go. Critical miss. Not good.
A rough tempest I will raise.
And let's see. Gale's gonna eat that gruel that he got. Oh. Very nice. And now Shadowheart.
My favorite.
Once again, do a little jump here. Joins the battle.
Can't give up.
And she's gonna use... She's gonna use her firebolt again, just because the Sacred Flame is dex safe, and both of these characters probably got pretty high dex. Well, not pretty high, but high enough. So let's fire off this firebolt. Nice. And we were able to break the concentration on the snare.
Step by step.
So Gale's just gonna hide here, out of line of sight.
Blood comes easy these days.
And my character's gonna protect the doorway here. Hold the line.
Victory is assured.
Can't afford to let up.
Alright. Let's go. This barbarian here rages. Man. That ensnaring strike is very, very
ever easy.
Annoying. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright. Vicious Mockery. Or the bow. The bow is higher chance to hit, so we're gonna just kill it. Kill off this Torga with her ensnaring strikes. Or not. We can miss as well. Yeah.
Let me recite their demise.
Alright. Gale.
Look to Queen 6.
Firebolt is nice.
Got to focus.
Shadowheart, smack this guy for me with your mace. Good. Doing well. Doing well. Yeah. Alright, and Lae'zel. Let's get him off balance here. Or not, you know. do whatever you feel like doing. Oh, dang. That's not good. But now we can just attack this barbarian with everything we got. And we can do it with advantage. Get the flourish on him. Miss. And Lazel. Smack him for me, and then you can use the second wind to recover. Alright.
Concentrate.
So another firebolt. Why not? There we go. Alright.
Can't give up now.
Not the cleanest fight, but not that bad either. So let's see what they have here for me as far as loot goes. Some poison. We'll sell the book. We'll take all of this.
Quite exhausted. A good night's sleep would do me wonders.
I know, Gale, I know. Bear with me here for a second. Alright, and everybody follow me.
Anything of use?
Follow the leader.
Here we go.
Okie dokie.
Don't mind if I do.
Got anything here? Just some books. Yeah. I'll take all the books just to sell them. Those items are worth a little bit, so I'll take them as well. Any more books? Yep.
What's hiding here?
And a rustic chest. It's got nothing good in here. Alright, alright, alright. Yep. You know, books are usually pretty good loot to grab. They're not too heavy and they sell for quite a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. Give druids a small library. Of course, Aaron's probably gonna just use it for like fire kindling or as toilet paper. But who knows? Maybe not. Alright, let's see. Chapel records. Fine dust coats the pages of this weathered book. Beneath the bone-white powder, hundreds of short obituaries are recorded in tiny scripts. Oh, I thought it was another book. Anyways, we'll take that as well. And sell it. Read a plaque.
You do not recognize the language on the plaque.
Okie dokie, I guess I'm not reading the plaque. Let's take this and open up the door to another section of the crypt. Okay. Move everything here. And I'll probably do less of this later on, once gold is not, you know, once I have more of it. But for now, every little piece of gold's gonna help us, because we're don't have any good equipment, we don't have any supplies or consumables, so it's gonna be a rough go for a while. Alright, let's take a long rest here. Oh, there are 2 gales here.
Be with you in a moment.
What are you doing?
Indulging in a spot of vanity. Handsome devil, aren't I? Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of?
Until quite recently, nothing at all.
Ah, yes. The good old days. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on?
We're gonna nod. Let's hear him out.
Day 4, excruciating pain as the skeleton and organs reform and reposition. Day 5, the host personality has disappeared. Fingers and toes and limbs elongate. I take it you get the picture?
I do, but you might as well finish the picture.
Day 6, the flesh around the mouth splits to make way for tentacles. Day 7, a mind flayer is born.
A very vivid picture, and very upsetting.
The storyteller's gift. My point is this: our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal.
Can you explain why the symptoms aren't showing?
That, alas, is where my knowledge fails me. A rogue might call it luck, a priest might call it fate. As for myself, I'm a pragmatic. I see the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Alright, let's make our rounds and talk to all the people.
Abominations grow inside us. Our bones should ache, our mouths should bleed. Yet we thrive. It is madness. Keep your rest short. Time is not our ally.
Okay, Lae'zel. Jeez. You know, it's just trying to talk to you. Astarion, what do you got to say?
I saw you getting a lecture from our magical friend. I have to say, I thought you'd look worse, but no. Not a tentacle to be seen.
That's what everyone's saying. Is it so strange?
It's unexpected, but we shan't complain. I'm not taking anything for granted, of course. First sign of change, and I'll have to stop that pretty little heart of yours. I am open to suggestions. Knives, poison, strangulation, whatever you'd prefer.
A knife. That seems quick.
A classic. One good thrust to the heart, and you're gone. We need a good blade, of course. Don't want to waste time hacking and prodding with a dinner knife. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is all a worst-case scenario, obviously.
And you? How should I kill you?
Oh, my boy. I'd like to see you try. Now, let's get some rest. The sooner we start tomorrow, the better our chances of keeping this hypothetical.
Alright. Wyll is a Y.
Question for you. Have you ever heard a banshee scream?
Yes, it made a terrible howl.
Incredible, wasn't it? Loud enough to wake the dead and shrill enough to shatter a golden goblet. I thought it the most terrible noise in all 16 planes. But there's one even more fearsome than that.
Let's go with the... We'll just ask. What is it?
The doubt in our minds crying out for attention. It's hopeless, it says. Stop resisting. Give up and give in. Doubt is the greatest villain we face. Greater than all the hell's devils. Greater than a murderous god. Most people don't find it so easy to conquer. It's a good thing for us that we aren't most people. Slay your doubt and nothing can stop you. Not a demon, not a dragon, and certainly not an illithid worm. I'm glad to see you're not one to give up.
Alright, well, good talk. Shadowheart.
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, alright, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant?
Sounds like it had plans for us.
Whatever they were, those plans were interrupted by the dragons. Either way, we can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. We have to find a healer. Well, I've said my piece. Get some rest.
Alright, Shadowheart, you too. So, actually, I think it's a pretty good spot to stop this episode. On the next episode, we're gonna do our long rest, continue through the crypt, and then go back to the grove and, you know, drop off some of the items that I have here that we've collected. And buy some more supplies, and then head on and try to recruit Karlach. Alright, thank you for watching. Hopefully see you soon.